Mein Bauch ist weg. Willkommen, achte auf. Weil der Chat ist ja woanders. Autofocus. So, second test. First one was not so good from the quality. What I see. I have no idea of the. Some information is there. So now go back to the computer and see what happened here. In the first stream, if it is still there, or I have no idea. I show you the parts I will need for the project. So now I go there to assemble the parts, but first I need to check if the stream is running or not. Let me go to YouTube on the computer. It's live, okay. Oh, I have someone is there, but the quality still seems to be very bad. Hi Carl, this is the second attempt to make it live. Yeah, let's go and assemble the Raspberry Pi computer. I will start with the display unit. So first, this is the display frame. This is underneath. Picture quality could be really better, I have no idea. So this is the display. Just place it here. Then the clamps for the display. By the way, I don't know. I have, someone else. Hi Gordon. You find here in the UK. Yes, great. Yeah, this is the try makes a live video. On my right, I have from above. I have a mirror above the camera, so I can see a little bit what I'm doing. And in the first video, or in the first try with live, I show you all the parts that I use, or that I will use. And this is just a project. I have idea do it. I have a Pi4 and I want the case for it, so it doesn't become a small case, it becomes a large case with more than just case. So, and this is the last part to hold the display in, and the magnets do really annoy me. So how is the audio? Can you hear me? Someone still there? I have no idea. Should I zoom in? I have no idea how to zoom in when the phone is in this mode. Yeah, I'm streaming with my phone, so I'm still there. Really, quality could be better. Maybe I just killing my network just now. So then, what else I need here for the display? The cable, HDMI here, and power here. So then, this is the top case for the display, or for the display. It has built-in speakers. They come from an old laptop. And a hole here. This is for the Raspberry Pi logo I built 2 days ago. Just need to place everything inside. the right direction. And check that it is not too. Now I need the 4 screws for the display. Need to be careful of long screw damage, because almost every part has another screw. Yeah. So that is the display assembled. Just the little hole in the back. And for the little hole in the back, I have this. Okay, I have to remember, put it like this. Then it's in the right direction on the screen. Oh, so this is a Raspberry Pi logo. This is one of the 3D parts, 3D printed parts I designed by myself. You can download it on Thingiverse. I will put in the links later, and then I color it a little bit. Underneath are 2 RGB auto color changing LEDs and acrylic material, but I just sandpaper it. So this is a little bit fiddly. I should do it before I screw it together. Yeah, that is the only good thing on the lockdown. Our shop is not open. So I have time to play around with electronic a little bit. Get some of the glue. Sekundenkleber in Deutschland. If I can open it. Not too much. Maybe I want to remove it later. Route the cable. Place the Raspberry Pi badge here. So. Looks almost straight for me. So, this is okay, it's working. This is the base with place for the Raspberry Pi, place for the battery, and all the cables. First thing I do here is place the other parts, like this little power supply. Just to go through there. The power supply has 2 screws. 2, not 3. Yeah, it is a mobile lab, so it needs some additional power. Or something to, yeah. Then the heart, the Raspberry Pi 4. And here I printed only a little helper with an front plate for the connections to the Raspberry Pi. And some screw holes, so place it there. Another 4 screws. 1, 2, No, I cannot see what I'm doing. 3 and 4. This was. Then I need a screwdriver for this. It's here. Zack. 1. 2. Try to put not my head in the picture. 3 and 4. Then the Pi needs power. Get the cable for it. Usually I would, but then you won't see, and I'm sure it also works like this. So power to the Pi. Then the yes, the main power line. Let's go, cooperate with me. And this part I may be a little bit too small. No, that works. Oh, the cables are too thick. So, and then this can be temporary. Just here. It needs a battery to hold. So next step is attach the bottom, no, the hinges, the 2 hinges, also 3D printed, but not by design. I downloaded it from Thingiverse, to the case. Screws here are very, very important that I don't take the long screws, otherwise I will break something. That is also not very funny. So, 1, 2, 3 und 4. A little bit better if I see what I'm doing. I think it's a very tight fit. Let's go. One is missing. There. So. Oh, and I'm monitoring the chat, so you can write something or ask questions if you are there. I'm multitasking. Need to clean up. So, almost there. I tell you, it's very modular. Then attach the micro HDMI to the Pi. thinking that I put in too early the power cable. I hate macro HDMI, to be honest. If you see my hair now, normally my haircut is not like this. I have short cutted hair, 6 millimeters and 3 millimeters, or always 3 millimeters, but there's no place to go for haircut at the moment. Everything is closed down, so I have to live with my messy hair, like these cables. So let's routing. Down there. Oh, and I also built a little bracket. This little bracket is to hold down the special modified, not standard HDMI cable. Let's see if I can find the holes. Number 1 and number 2 somewhere here. So, almost there. Can run the Raspberry Pi for forever. No, not forever, but almost a whole day. Very long runtime. I tested it. And here's the mechanic. You plug it in, or you... Getting out is a little bit difficult. Huh? You just slide it down, and then it locks in on this side. And then the charging connector with this wood bracket keeps the battery in, and it doesn't fall out. No, it doesn't fall out. It's very stable. A little bit proud of this construction. Now, the power distribution whatever board. This is the display. Display needs 12 volt or 11 volt. This is power in. This one is the something. This one is the light, and this one is the power to the PSU module, and there directly on the DC-DC converter, routing the cable, is there. So that's all. More screws has to be done. Finding the screw holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I need something to clean the display here. Because there's a little touch up, little something. Also an acrylic piece, a small acrylic piece, and I made the cutout for the display size. And the back I just painted with black color from the can, so it gives a nice look. And it's press fit. don't want to mess around with Kleber. Looks better. So what else? Did I need more screws? I have enough. I need 8 of the little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8. Yeah, that looks great. There are the latches. Yeah, like this. Also 3D printed. This downloaded. This is download, or this I download from Thingiverse. Where else is good? And there are my latch. Muss hier da rein. So, almost done. It's built like a pro. Oops. I'm not sure if this was a good idea. Sorry for if you're wearing headphones. Yeah. So let's open and of course place this. Underneath is placed for parts like the Xbox 360 receiver for gaming. This is the first thing I will do now. And the receiver for the other stuff. So put electronic here like Arduino or resistors or whatever you want, this place. But I keep it open. So, the press rod. I have had no idea how to stabilize the display safely. The hinges are very tight, so it keeps the angle, but this is the support. So here, from the side, keeps it, and I think on the black wood or on this dark start, and I will put it like this. Main power on. Now you see here the display, it shows the battery voltage, the amps it take, and how much energy it already used. This is one of these USB testers. I like it, it's very useful. And here you see how fast the Raspberry Pi 4 starts with a really fast micro SD card, as told earlier. This is a SanDisk Extreme Pro 128 GB card, and it's blazing fast. It's great. So that should not happen. It's live. I'm still thinking other solutions for this problem, but not yet. So I think you can see a little. Oh, wait. Switch this on. Yeah, here. Of course, you can. You have to be down to 12 volt or later 11, but it works nice. You can just adjust the voltage for some projects. For example, you can go to 9 volt, power on, and you have a 9 volt power supply. And if I find it, oh no, here are the connections to go outside of it. Should cover it a little bit. Yes, this I don't need now. Where's my keyboard? Where's my mouse? Mouse. And yeah, let's start emulation station. Hope it works. I think you can still see something of it. Yes, this could happen, but now you can see it better, I think. My most favorite thing from a long time ago. Yes, just test one game. I hope it's allowed in a live stream. We'll see. And the Pi4 with 4 GB is great for this. When it first started, it has a little bit stuttering. It's just a little turn down the volume. It's okay now. Press start. You see at the moment it tests 12.2 volt, the battery, and it takes about 1 amp, the whole stuff with the display and the Pi, that is about 12 watt, and it already takes 59 milliamp hours out of the battery, so I have about 8 amp hours in this battery. The head will take forever. Yeah, I'm not a gaming channel, so we won't play the game now. Only for tests. And you see, I'm not very good in pressing the right buttons. Maybe this helps. Use the A button to decide. This guy's cool. A is here. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, even Dreamcast, it's not, it is old. It's an old one, but for its time it was a great console. And you see it's run very, very smooth if you're able to play the games. I'm not very good in this. Sorry, customer. It's not like the other game. Yeah, very smooth, and Pi4 is very powerful. So let's go out of the game to something. I'll show something more electronic related. Great emulation step. Yes. So I installed already Arduino IDE. Not sure if you can see it well. Just load one of the example things here, doesn't matter which, and it's I cannot upload because I didn't connect the board yet, but just verify, and it's compiling. It works fine. But I think this is too bright for it. Yeah, it's already compiled. So I have Arduino IDE on it. I have the KiCad. Yeah, And for just playing around with my benchmarks, I installed Blender on it. Even Blender works very, very well, except you start a rendering. I never ended it. I used the standard, like the Linus Tech Tips benchmark, the BMW here, and just click on render. And now all 4 cores are running on 2 gigahertz, it tell me. The temperature raises is about 52 degrees already, but the heatsink is cold to the touch. And we are taking a little bit more power, 1.3 amps, 1.33 at 16 watt. So this is really very, very heavy load for the Pi4. And then, of course, you can close the case. And then see the little Pi logo. Bring it up. Still too bright in this room. Yes. Whew. It's not so bright and real. But that's all we built, or I built for you, the Raspberry Pi 4 mobile app. And it was fun. So, where to stop this? I think here.